Hi everyone, welcome to another video from our World of Flowers page. We've got 3 little boxes left to do. It's quite exciting that we're getting near the end, but I am enjoying colouring all these lovely little things. We have a watering can, 2 little bottles and some jars and things to do today, so that's rather nice. I thought we would do a green background for this one. I had a look, we've only got 1 green background on this page so far, and although we've got just a couple of leaves, I thought it would work really well. So I'm just choosing, I thought we could go for a sort of a Pthalo Green light, so sort of bluey green vibes going on. I'll just give this a sharpen and then we can get going. There we go. So I hope you're all doing well. You have to excuse me if my voice is a bit, my throat's a bit dry. I have just made a drink, but I thought I would just nip in and make this little video while my drink was cooling down. So, and yeah, I know some people have their drink next to them while they're videoing and take a sip, but I don't trust myself not to spill it all over the page. So I think it's better to leave it next door, well out of the way. I am that spilly person. I'm terrible. I haven't spilt a drink all over my books yet. I'm really careful because I know I'm a spilly person. So I tend to sort of drink it away from what I'm doing. I have had a couple of drips. I've noticed actually that one of my colouring books got a few drips of tea or coffee down the front of it where I sort of carried it over the book and it dripped a bit, so I need to gently rub those off. I think a very almost dry, very slightly damp cloth would probably do it because it is a shiny cover, so I need to do that. But and I did once drip on a book and it caught, like I've got a piece of paper here and it caught that, not the book. Phew. I think the worst thing I've got on my book before is blood. And my finger, I'd cut my finger or something and it bled on the page, and I had to then try and make that bit of that page in a sort of blood red colour to hide it, and it looked quite horrid, but at least you couldn't see that there was actual blood. I mean, I suppose if you're colouring a horror book or something it might work, but this wasn't. It was a Johanna Basford book, so not really. But anyway, try not to do. As soon as I notice a cut on my finger, I try and get a plaster on it so that I don't do that. Okay, there's our first colour. Now the watering can, I've just noticed a bit I've missed. The watering can, trying to think of what colour to do it. Our other watering can we did sort of silvery, so I think we'll do this one in a colour rather than silver because I think it'll be different. I'm thinking maybe a red. I've got a Venetian red here, we haven't used it for a while. I'm trying to mix up the colours a little bit, especially towards the end here where we've used lots of colours through the page, so let's use some different ones. This is the Venetian red. Of course, if you've got the 120 set of Castle Arts, there'll be loads I haven't used because, you know, I've only got the 72, but I say only, it's great, the 72 set. What I've done is I've left a white bit there. I don't know if that was a good idea really. I probably should have left it a little bit lower down, but I'll have to do the same on here now. So I just sort of fade it towards the top and leave a white bit just before the black line, like that. I'm not keen on that, but never mind. It's done now. What I would have preferred is to put a bit of a dark bit here and leave my line about there, but it's too late. Handle, a bit darker at the bottom. And lighter towards the top. And I thought I might finish this book quite quickly, but I was wrong. I suddenly seem to have got lots and lots of lovely books, and yeah, it takes me a while. I think if it was the first time I coloured it, I would be more excited to finish it, if you know what I mean, because I want to try every picture because I haven't done them, but now I've done them, so there's some I'm really excited to do again, but there are others that not so much. You know, you always have ones you prefer and ones you don't. Like in Johanna's new book, Rooms of Wonder, the page with all the stationery on, it's not calling me, but I will do it. Whether I might not do it as a video, but I will do it. and but it's just not one of the ones I'm jumping to do right away, whereas I've seen a few completed versions already, so obviously there are people out there who really like it. Burnt ochre, so we're all just different. I'm trying to do that lid, but I'm going to do this one because this pencil isn't sharp enough to cope with that, so I'm going to use a different colour. Yeah, I can't be, I'm too lazy to sharpen. Sharpen? What's that? Can't sharpen a pencil. I'm going to use the Juniper pink. You're hardly going to see it, to be honest. But you would have seen the other one because it wouldn't have been in the lines. Oh, I still can't really see it. Never mind. Right, the two bottles, I'm going to do them one to match the pink, one to match the orange. I think we're going to do, now this is a colour that I haven't used much on this page. Purple Lake Deep. That's because it's my favourite colour, and every time I sharpen it I cry. She says sharpening it and laughing. Not really. It is really pretty. And so I'm going to do darker edge, lighter middle, try and give the impression of a sort of shiny glass. And of course it could be a plastic bottle, which wouldn't be see-through necessarily. I'm going to grab that Juniper pink that I used for the lid and use it on the label as well, because it's such a small area on that lid you won't notice it's an identical colour. In fact, the lid looked green to me, but maybe it's just my eyes, I don't know. Now this one we did in the burnt ochre, didn't we? So should we do the bottle in an orange? That would be quite unusual, wouldn't it? Where's our orange? Is that it? No. Where's my orange gone? Oh, there it is. Cadmium orange. I don't know if we've used this one. I know an orange bottle is rather unusual, but why not? Let's do something a bit different. There must be orange bottles in existence. There we go. And for the label, well, let's take one of these. Let's grab the Flesh Deep. So it's still a sort of orangey colour, but a lot paler. There we go. It's a little bit pinky actually. Now we have this, and I think this looks like a sunflower. You may or may not agree. So I'm going to try and grab a bright yellow. Now this set is actually rather lacking in bright yellows, I feel. I'm going to try the cadmium yellow actually, but I think it's not as bright as I might like, but we'll try it. I wonder what this is, because it's got a picture of a sunflower on the front. What would be in it? Any ideas? Answers on a postcard, as they say. No, not really. I don't want lots of postcards saying sunflower seeds, sunflower fertiliser, that sort of thing. There we go. I'm going to make the centre bit a little bit brown, using the yellow ochre light, because sometimes the centres are a bit darker. I'll have to look up some sunflower pictures for when I do the beehive picture in the new book. Looking forward to that one. Lemon yellow. It's one of those pictures that I've looked at from the beginning and I really liked, and now I'm trying to do this a bit lightly. I'm not worrying too much about the shading. I don't want it to be too dark. Well, yeah, I've been looking forward to doing it, and now I'm seeing people's versions of it. I'm getting a bit nervous. Brilliant yellow. But I'm going to do my own thing. Colour with Claire's done a really interesting version with sort of multicoloured honeycomb, but that's not what I'm going to do. Mine's going to be a lot simpler. Now what sort of jar is this, do you think? We've got our leaves. Let's do our leaves. I know that I'm going to do those green. So let's grab this Juniper Green to the leaves. Now what's going to go with that? We don't want yellow. Why should we do a blue? We haven't got any blue in the picture. That might look a bit weird. Indigo Light. I think it will work. Okay. I'm just going to do it really lightly. I'm not sure what to do about the shading on this pot, jar, whatever it is, because it's got writing all over it, so it indicates it's not glass. I'm going to make it darker at the edges anyway. But if we make it a bit darker here, it might make it look a little bit more rounded, because it's not a 2D pot. Well, it is, but hopefully it doesn't look like one. And we'll do the neck in the same colour, leaving a bit white in the middle, and then we'll do the lid a different colour. I'll do the lid in the Cobalt Turquoise. I spelled cobalt wrong. I spell it C-O-L-B-A-L-T, cobalt. Perhaps it's cobalt and I'm saying it wrong. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So I am done with that little one. So there we go. I'm going to go off and have my coffee now, and then we've got just a couple left. So that's rather nice. But for now, thank you for watching. I hope you have a lovely day and happy colouring.